So I'm really excited to share with you some of the things that I have planned for my Instagram strategy in 2022. Now, if you missed it, I did post a video just recently about ways that my strategy changed pretty drastically in 2021. I'm carrying some of those lessons into the way that I'm developing my 2022 strategy. So if you missed it, it might be worth giving that a watch first. And if you are returning to this channel, welcome. I'm so happy to see you. And if this is your first visit here, I am so happy to have you. If you are into real estate, social media marketing, business systems and tips, and all things designed to help you create your dream business and life, be sure to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon to be notified every time I'm dropping new videos just like this. So one big thing that I'm carrying with me into 2022 after this year is I'm going to stay real opinionated. Now, I shared a little bit of this in detail in that last video that I mentioned, but here's my plan for 2022. I think that the most important thing that we can do to set ourselves apart from our competition is to really have an opinion and to stick with it. Now, let me share with you what I see a lot of times on social media. And this is not a problem, this is just something that I notice. A lot of times I see really great real estate professionals sharing market stats, just for an example, on social media. And because I follow a lot of real estate agents, a lot of times I see them sharing the exact same stats, or worse, reposting the exact same posts from the exact same accounts into their stories, and almost repurposing that as like brand new information to their audience. Now, chances are their audience is going to see that content that they're sharing for the first time, even though you and I know a lot of real estate agents are reposting the same stuff all the time. However, most people will follow 3 to 7 real estate agents at a time on social media, particularly if they're in the middle of deciding whether or not they need to move forward with a home transaction. So the best thing that you can do to stand out from other real estate accounts that your database, your past clients, your prospective clients, future leads and prospects, the best thing that you can do to stand out from their feeds, from other agents who are sharing a lot of similar stuff, is to share that same content through the lens of an opinion. Now, what does this look like? Option A is to parrot information. That might look something like this. In this low inventory market, we have 0.3 months of supply in the month of November. That's sharing a stat, and anybody can share a stat. But from the perspective of a buyer or a seller, they don't understand what those terms mean. Like, yeah, it might make you feel smart to say that, but from their perspective, like, they don't know what a normal amount of inventory is. They don't know how that's going to impact them where they're at in that cycle of homeownership. So my challenge would be to take it a step further. Think about your ideal clients and share how that actually impacts them, why that's relevant, and why it matters. You can be a little provocative here, okay? I'm not saying you have to be a crazy person and share a lot of stuff that's gonna piss someone off, or like calling people out for being wrong. I don't know, you know, people do weird stuff on social media. But you can have an opinion, you can be a little provocative about it, and you know, maybe follow along with me on Instagram where I share a little bit about this. So I'm gonna be testing this in my own strategy and just allowing myself to be freer with my opinions and more provocative in nature with the ideas that I'm sharing. So be sure to follow me on Instagram at Bryce and Stefanie. Mostly I'm going to be putting this stuff in the stories, but I will be sprinkling this into my feed posts as well. You can kind of get a sense of how I'm going to be weaving that into the narrative there. Now, number 2 for my 2022 Instagram strategy, I'm going to really diversify the types of content that I'm posting to Instagram. Now, I used to think that it was really great to post, you know, to the feed a couple of times a week and to the stories every single day. And I still think that that is a really great approach, but I'm gonna kind of double down on some other types of content too. So I'm gonna stick with the stories every day. I think that's the best thing that you can do. But I'm also gonna rotate between equal amounts of feed posts. So this looks like just a static image or a carousel of static images and videos on the feed. And then I'm gonna do an equal amount of reels. And then I'm gonna do an equal amount of Instagram lives that I will then save as an IGTV. And if you didn't know, IGTV has now rebranded very drastically to Instagram TV. So anyways, I will be saving any of my live broadcasts and converting them to Instagram TVs where they will live forever, also on my feed. Just I don't know, conveniently in another tab. So sometimes I might lean more into different types of content, but I'm gonna keep it pretty equal between these 3 types of content. So like, say I was only doing 3 posts in one given week, I'm gonna do 1 feed post, maybe on Monday, and then 1 reel, say it's on Wednesday, and then a live broadcast, convert that and save it to my feed on Friday. Now, I know that sounds like a really simple tip, but if you've been struggling with motivation and inspiration, this might be a really quick cure to help mix it up and have a little bit more fun on the app, which is number 3 on this list. I want to have more fun on Instagram in 2022. So I started having a lot more fun in 2021, and I allowed myself to do that by experimenting with reels. And I understand that a lot of agents like get hives just by thinking of like the funny reels that are going around, but they're actually really fun, okay? And that has been something that I've loved incorporating into my strategy. I have a really weird, deep sense of humor, and I love laughing, and I love sharing laughter and funny, painful, relevant moments. And I've really had a lot of fun baking that into my Instagram like Reels strategy. The other way I've been having a little bit more fun too is getting a little funky with my captions. So I've always really made sure to let my voice shine through on my captions, but now I'm getting a little even more wacky with it. So I'm baking jokes or even inside jokes into my captions, or references in my captions that maybe only certain special like segments of my audience might catch. And really just, like I said, having fun on the captions and letting my personality shine through. Now for you, you might not want to let too much of the personality fly. Like that just might not be your brand, and that's totally okay. But can you share a little bit more of the personal fun that you're having in your life? I don't mean the private stuff, but like, you know, is there a thing, a hobby, a place that you like to go on the weekends, something that you like to do with the family that is really fun to share on your Instagram feed that maybe you weren't before? Again, I think this ties in with just having an opinion, having a personality, having perspective. Having fun is a really great way to kind of give yourself permission to share that side. And finally, the last big thing that I'm incorporating in my 2022 strategy is it's time for me to freshen up my offers for my buyers and sellers. Now, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, the easiest example is like a home search site, right? So you're posting about a beautiful home in the stories, and maybe you're doing a walkthrough of this great new listing that's coming soon, and you put a link to a home search site where the listing will show up on your home search IDX on your website, if you had that, where somebody can register to view more homes, and that way you generate the lead. That is an offer, and an offer is designed to help your interested buyers and sellers take a step further down that sales funnel to a place where you can actually convert the lead and try to get a commitment from the client. So there's a million ways that you can do this, and it's gonna look different for every agent depending on what opportunities they have available to them. I have a couple of my own offers, and I'm just ready to spruce things up. I've been doing a lot of the same things throughout the last couple of months, couple of years, and I have some really exciting ideas for what I want to extend as valuable offers to my buyers and sellers. So I'm exploring ideas like exclusive gated video series or ebooks for home buyers or sellers. I'm exploring ideas for maybe like a relocation guide. All of these are kind of centered around educational valuable options for buyers and sellers depending on which of my ideal clients I want to get to first. And the reason I say that is because every agent is going to have more than one ideal client, so it's just a matter of prioritizing like which offer needs to be refreshed first. But that is a big thing that I'm going to be working on in 2022. So I might challenge you to think about what that might need to look like for you. So if you have been posting on social media consistently for years and it just never has really done anything for you, maybe it's the offer. So if you need a little help in that arena, I would invite you to check us out in the Market Authority Academy, where we're helping real estate agents really harness the power of an irresistible offer in their social media marketing plan. You can book a time to speak with me below. All the links are in the caption, and we can hop on a call, chat about your goals. I'll listen to your challenges, and from there we can decide if working together in the Market Authority Academy is a good fit. So I hope that I've given you a lot to think about going into 2022. Now, this is a really great time to start working on this stuff. You do have a couple of weeks, depending on when you're watching this video, but at the time of this video going live, you've got a couple of weeks weeks until 2022 actually gets here. So, you know, I challenge you to maybe write down a couple of ideas and sketch out a few goals that you can kind of reach for in the next year to help elevate your real estate business. Now, if you found value from this video, my last challenge for you is to hit subscribe to this channel and hit that bell notification icon. And while you're at it, give me a like too, because not only is that going to allow us to stay in contact as I have more videos to drop, but it's also going to allow me to help others in the industry as well. And any agent like you who's willing to help other faceless agents in our industry is someone that I want to stay in touch with. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and until next time, keep on crushing it.